Good morning. You know, lots of things are better to look at fresh in the morning when you've slept on it. This this pile of sad parts is the famous lawnmower. Now it's in parts, and the offending articles, the things that had gone particularly wrong with it, were these adjusters. Now the little knob, the plastic knob that fits on there, had stripped its splines, which is hardly surprising because the adjusting nut is sort of glued on there with a mixture of rust, corrosion and general nastiness. But it's only a bolt, isn't it? And somewhere in my workshop I have got taps and dies, and I can recut that, clean the thread. Might have to cook it a bit to get it apart, but you know, doable. I know how to cook things. There's other horror stories with it. Yeah, that's you could describe that as a bearing. It bears, but again, you know, that'll clean, that'll come good. What else have we got? This was quite interesting. This is the spindle that the front rollers run on. Now, look at that wear. Look at it. It's more like a camshaft than a spindle. And you might wonder what has ground that out like that. Now, I find this quite unbelievable, because what has done that damage is plastic rollers. These are plastic, and yet they've done that amount of damage to this spindle. I can only assume that that's a mixture of what happens when you get dirt, sand, grit, muck in there over many years. I haven't got a piece of steel to replace that with, but I'm sure I can find a piece. What is it? A piece of bright mild. Actually, is it bright mild or is it just horrible? I think it's bright mild steel. So unless someone finds me a better one in very short order, I'm going to have a bash at sorting this out. I think that bearing wants to be, shall we say, cleaned. But yeah, you know, it's doable. It can be resurrected.